Okay, well, let's start this all over again. Thanks, Chris. So this is Mike. This is November 3rd, and this is your market recap and option flow review. And I had the mic on mute. Thanks, Chris, for letting me know. By the way, you guys can engage me with the chat. So let's go back into this. Today, jobs number, good, not what they wanted, though, good enough, and it didn't move things. So that said, the banks today didn't do much. Sold off a little bit, still holding the 8-day. I'm still in my calls in the banks. Thank you, Chris. Interesting enough, no flow into the banks at all today. Really quiet. Nothing going on there. By the way, Tesla just now caught a sweeper of today's 300 calls, and look at this crap. Somebody came in hard here. Look at this move. So they came in, they swept them, and they got 4 points on these things real quick. What are you going to do? It's that type of day. Facebook, November 10th, 182.50 calls flying in hard now. So we're seeing some buying into the FANG names, especially the ones that got beat up a little bit. Almost 650 of those just got swept. So I didn't do a lot today. Perfectly honest with you. Amazon is the one that really has me upset. I wanted this morning, was in the morning setups, and I wasn't paying attention when it flagged here at this point, broke above it, and 20 points in an hour and a half. Anger, severe anger. That makes your week, that can make your month. So what did I do today? I took my November Netflix calls in 205 and I rolled them to December just to get out of this chop and buy time. I still think it looks good. It needs to break 200. It breaks 200. I think we can run. We can go, but it needs to get above it. Probably going to take a gap up, retest, and hold to get it done here. What else? Good today. Gilead, I want to talk to you guys about a little bit. Gilead, why Gilead? No sweeper. And that's one of the things today. The action today was not really aggressive. But you can see today we had a series of blocks into Gilead. March 80s, January 85s, and December 75s. It's not bouncing off of that. They're right. Most of them are not that far out of the money. They look bought. Let's see how this open interest plays out tomorrow. I think the 200-day at this point is a great buy if it tagged it. But right now we're going to have to wait and see. Biotech, the IBB, has been strongest today, but it hasn't really cleared anything. Right to the 8-day here, and it's holding at the 8-day. So I'm kind of in a wait and see with these biotech names. They were really buying a lot of small names today, like HCNP. Saw flow today, and that had a nice little move, but it has earnings on Monday. GBT, they came after big time again into GBT today. I think they went into the December 45 calls. There's over 3,000 of them traded now. 2,000 was a number I saw there originally, so we'll see how many they stick. Huge move in that name. It's just kind of one of those days where they've been doing stuff like that. Twitter has some very good action today. And I got long Twitter January 21 calls, and I bought the 21 calls at one time. We have a hammer reversal type candle today. It's back above the 8-day. And look at this constant little small call buying into it today. November 10, 2050s, more of them. You see me going in here. You can see my entrance into it there. November 10, 2050 calls again, some more. January 20 calls, some more January 20 calls. I like the setup in Twitter here. I like it because it's got a big gap to fill here now. Go back and get our 1-year daily. So, I'm sorry, I have to get 2 years of data on this one. If you guys have questions, type them in chat. I can see them and I will try to respond. So, right, we got into the gap here. Here's that gap right there. That's where it begins. And we go all the way up here. We have a big move up to 24 bucks. That's a name I don't want to lose track of. So I started with some January 21 calls so I do not lose track of Twitter. What else today? That's about all I did today. Qualcomm, we had a rumor that Broadcom is going to buy them. I have a hard time buying this, but the market bought it up 8 quickly. Call buying coming in after the rumor. November 58, Jan 60s, June 55 calls, more Jan 60s. Qualcomm's a big company. It's almost 90 billion in market cap. I just don't know that I just don't know that Broadcom can buy them. I mean, I'm sure they can find the way, but that's a lot of cash. You know, Yahoo Finance lately, since the last, Yahoo's just been horrible. I used to love that site, and it's really just horrible now. Horrible, 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 horrible. Come on. So yeah, Broadcom's a $116 billion company. Qualcomm's a $90 billion. I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but you know what? That's okay. RRC here. RRC, while we're sitting here, guys, big block of January 19, 28 calls, over $1 million worth. Nothing I'm going to get excited about, just pointing it out as it's coming in. What else is going on? Let's see my notes. Oh, hang on a sec. 2019, 28 call block, 1.2 million. Okay. I sold my ILG calls today on the pop for a profit. I dumped them because it has earnings on Monday. So I took the small profits I had, which was, 20 cents. It's not nothing, but it was, it wasn't what I was looking for. And I will re-enter after earnings. I just don't want to be sitting it into earnings here. I don't do that, especially if I have a profit. JD got a mention on by the Nigerians. And there was some more call buying into it again today. Right here, you see the big block in November 2250s. I'm underwater on the 43 calls. I'm looking to add, but it's got to clear the 21-day. It's been in control of this name. It can't get above it. This day looked like we're going to get it and didn't. It's got to get above it. And you notice right today, yesterday and today, it's stuck right at it. This is not an accident. They are setting up sell programs on the 21-day. Somebody is dumping on the 21-day. And as you're setting that as a program sell on it, and you can see it. You can see it happens all the time in this name. This was the only day it had the power to get above it. That was the name. It got a big halftime boost from the Nigerians, and it got the Barron's article. Since then, it has been steadily rolling down again. We'll have to see how this works out. What else do I like out there? Baba. A lot of people are asking me about Baba. Baba just needs a day or two, guys. They didn't do much with it today. Oh, that's what I wanted to go over. Baba. That's what I want to go over with you guys. So when, if you guys are available, you guys who watch me every day, who are in my service, Fridays we see a lot of suicide call sweepers. They're guys that buy calls expiring today. And the way you play those is you play them with momentum and momentum only. So let me show you how this works. So pull up my options chain here. Hang on a sec. Okay. All right. So Baba, today's 182.50 call sweepers were swept times, and they paid 90 cents. So they paid 90 cents on the 182.50s. Now they're way up now, right? It's moved. But this is how you play this. This is where he came in, right down in here. When they came in there, right, they're at 90. They jumped up to almost $1.55, $1.60. And you got this little topping candle. When you play suicides, when you play these for momentum, you don't sit in them. You take your profits. So as the trade was going on, I didn't take it, but to people in the chat room, I was telling them, move your stops up. When it got to 130, put your stop up to $1.10. Don't let it get away from you. I had them walk their stops up to $1.30 on it and said, if you get stopped out at $1.30, you have a nice $400 profit and you walk away. Now, are they way up here? Absolutely they are. But you don't look back on this, because if you held, you would have been worthless. You would have been underwater here because of the decay that's going on. So when you take these names, you take momentum and you get out. You don't sit in them because you don't know if this is going to happen. If the buyer was really bullish on them, they would be buying long-term bets on Baba, not today's things. They were just looking for momentum sweep into it. So that's what I wanted to point out to you guys. While we're sitting here, more Qualcomm coming in. Big Qualcomm. Facebook just got loose, by the way. Amazon is just busting loose here. So Facebook. So, here you go. They lulled everybody to sleep all day long, and now they're letting everything rip. This is the games we see every day. They pull it on the open, then they come back with a vengeance during the day. November 62.50 calls in Qualcomm. It's a sweeper. Looks like about $570,000 worth. So they're going in the money. All right, on this one, probably. No, not in the money. I'm sorry. 570, the Jan 50 something. This is where I'm wrong. Okay. Hang on. Whole bunch of stuff coming on Qualcomm, and I read 2 lines at once while I'm trying to talk to you guys. My mistake. Qualcomm. First off, we have a Jan 5750 call sweeper, call block. 570K. And then that was followed quickly by November 6250 call by sweeper. They want this. All right, there you go. So look at Facebook breaking back up now off the 8-day. Looks good here. Amazon just busting loose. Unbelievable. And there goes your Netflix. So guys, based upon all that, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I am going to call it a day, get some rest, relax, go to an appointment, and I'll be back ready to go on Monday morning. So everybody enjoy your weekend. Thanks for following. If you like what I do, give me a look at smartoptiontrading.com. Love to have you and signing up. Take care. Have a good one.